Backstage, we're about to go outside. Is this the American Airlines Center, Mandy? So we're about to go outside into the American Airlines Center. There's 8,000 people behind that screen. And they're running the preview video. So let me show you. Do we have volume on this? We do, right? Okay. All right, I'm about to go on stage. There are 7,000 people out there, and it's so exciting because what they don't know is they're about to learn the 5-second rule, and their lives will never be the same again. Now, I gotta tell you, my heart is racing, my armpits are sweating. I have the exact same physiological feeling as when I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid. I'm excited. Excitement and fear is the exact same thing in your body. It's just what your brain calls it. Here's a trick that's proven by science that I use every time I speak. When I start to sweat, when I start to have butterflies, when I start to have my heart race, I say, I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited to talk to these people. I'm excited to share the 5-second rule. And what that does is it sends a message to my brain that tells my brain why my body's all agitated and excited. And that way, I don't feel afraid. Remember, excitement and fear, exact same thing in your body. The only difference is what your brain calls it. Go get them. So what's cool about this? Okay. So what's cool about this is that the technical term. So there was a study done at Harvard Medical School just a matter of months ago. If you want to read up on this, it's called reframing performance anxiety. And they studied performance anxiety before presentations, before academic like tests, and before physical races. And the people that use the strategy of reframing normal, because remember, feelings are normal, right? Feeling anxious is normal. Letting it hijack you is a choice. When you reframe it as excitement, in every single test, the people that use this strategy perform better. And the reason why is because if you let the normal nerves, because I'm about to go out there and do something kind of cool and kind of fun, so I'm getting ready, and that's the body state. If you let that spiral into worry and the cortisol hits, you're not going to be able to focus on what you need to do. You've just let all of that hijack you. Now, it not just works for me. You know, here's Chris. He used the 5-second rule before a presentation, used the nervous energy to be excited. It worked. I mean, look, you can even read the surprise in that, can't you? It's like, oh my God, that stupid thing worked, Mel. Here's another one. You know, for those of you that hide, change is going to always be terrifying. I'm up on stage, so outside my comfort zone. I keep telling myself I'm excited, not nervous. And of course, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just go up. I went up time. She went up and chaired the meeting. And she even got a compliment for how natural she is. Now, I'll tell you from experience that there are times that I've been on set at CNN where I will get that wave of nerves, and I am convinced that my face is as bright as a tomato. And I just sit there like, I'm so excited for this thing to end. I'm so excited for this thing to end. And when I race to the mirror, which I do, it might be the pancake makeup that's on my face, but I'm always shocked because I'm not actually blushing and on fire like I think I am. So, you know, let's talk about how you're going to use this. So the key with worry and anxiety are what we call anchor thoughts. So remember in the example with the car, and your brain had an explanation that anchored the experience in the body and had everything lower. The key to you curbing anxiety is for you to have predetermined anchor thoughts for any situation that trigger your nerves, okay? Because again, the feelings that you feel are natural. If you don't get control of the body sensations and what your mind is thinking about, it will escalate. So we're going to cut it off at the pass. So anchor thoughts, it's got to be, because remember, we learned that anxiety is agitated. It's not a calm state, so don't think of Zen. Think of like what excites you. What excites you? It's something that you're excited to do in the very near future. So for pitching your business, think about how you're going to feel and how you're going to celebrate when you actually land funding. And when you're about to walk into a meeting, you have a super specific vision of what that is. What are you going to be doing? What are you going to be drinking, whether it's seltzer or alcohol? Who are you going to be with? And as you feel that anxiousness rise up and you go, I'm so excited to get in there and pitch, and then you think about that thing you're excited to do, your brain goes, oh, he's not nervous to go be told no. He's excited to celebrate when they finally land this. So you have cut off the brain escalating things. So it's basically when you feel your body gear up, catch it, take control, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because we want to cut off all the habits that are embedded right here. We're going to awaken your prefrontal cortex so you can take control. You're going to picture an anchor thought with your mind, super specific, you're going to focus on. I'm about to give you some examples. And then just quietly tell yourself, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do this thing. Now, let me give you a specific example of how you can use this and how I used it. So in addition to suffering from anxiety, I used to be a really nervous flyer. I would be the kind of nutcase that would get to the the boarding area, and I'd be looking around, and I'd be looking for, okay, is there anybody old or in a wheelchair? Do we have any servicemen and women? Any babies? Okay, great. The plane's not going down because God wouldn't let it crash with these people on it, right? And I would be coaxing myself onto the plane. And then as soon as I got to the plane, I would then click the buckle, and I would start to get nervous, and the plane would take off, and as the plane would be taking off, you know when the plane does that thing where it goes up and then all of a sudden it sounds like it's slowing down? I would have a full-blown panic attack at that point, and I would start freaking out and thinking, I'm about to die in a plane crash, and I would pull out my phone, and I would start texting the children, Mommy loves you, because if I'm about to die, I want them to know that the last act as a human being on the planet was to be the best mother I could. And then that way they've got the text so they can put it in the PowerPoint for the eulogy, because they better do one. I'm just kidding. And it was miserable, absolutely miserable. So what I do now is all of those things still trigger me. Mandy will tell you, we fly, some weeks we fly 14 different flights a week, seriously, for the amount of traveling we do for this business. And when something sounds weird, or there's turbulence, I get triggered. The feelings are natural. Now I know how to stabilize it, though. When I start to